Hello everyone, it's Graybeard again. Some of you might be wondering why I haven't had a video out in a little while. Had a little bit of excitement last week. Last Wednesday, I was sitting here in the back of my shop here in beautiful southern Texas on a nice crisp day. And middle of deer season. And nice big beautiful buck walked up in front of me. I'll drop you a picture here and let you see what he looked like. And what happened was I went and shot this wonderful buck. He ran across my shop here. He was standing about halfway between here and that tree right there. So he was right about here, about 12 yards away. Then after I shot him, he ran over here like this, hooked a J into the back corner and dropped right about there, which is about 40 yards. Of course, I was excited. I went over there, gave him about a minute or two, make sure he is down. Walked all the way over there, grabbed him, drug him back here across the yard. Sat him right here, right behind my shop. Set up this gantry to where I could hang him. Laid out a tarp, field dressed him. Came inside to get some paracord. So I walked all the way across my shop. From here, all the way back to my toolbox on the shelf, grabbed that box, walked back over here, and by the time I reached about right here, I got a little weak. I'm like, okay, not too bad. So I went over here, knelt down, right back over here, was getting ready to hang him up on this gantry, and I got super weak and dizzy. Well, the previous week, I had a little bit of a respiratory issue. You know, a lot of congestion stuff, you know, typical fall time cold, flu, whatever you want to call it. And I felt kind of weak and dizzy, figured, all right, yeah, I'm still sick, everything will be okay. So I came inside, and I had a bucket sitting here. I don't even know where it's at now, but I sat down right over here on this bucket for a few minutes. Figured I'd catch my breath, yeah. Then I started getting real hot and sweaty. I figured, yeah, I'm definitely sick. You know, just excitement of shooting a deer and dragging it about 40 yards across my yard. Excuse me, still a little congested here. I figured, you know, I got a little overheated. So I went and laid down on this nice cold floor. Figured I'd cool down for a minute. All the while, you know, everything's going good. I got music playing in the background. If you look over here, right below my window, right there on my shelf, I had my phone plugged into my speakers. Music was jamming along, you know, getting ready to get this deer hung up and get it skinned. Well, I started feeling a little bit better, so I got up and I walked over there. Came back and I was feeling even worse. Like, all right. So I laid back down on the floor for a few minutes, and I sat up, and things got worse, and I was getting kind of concerned. You know, the wife was about 50 yards away on the back porch, and my voice was rather hoarse, so I couldn't holler for her. You can hear the lighting's a little bit better. And I figured, what am I going to do? I started to get a little nervous, started getting weaker and more dizzy. So I crawled across the shop from over here to over here, and my phone was sitting up on the shelf with the cord hanging out of it, so I was able, on my hands and knees, walk across or crawl over here to my phone was and pull it down. And I called my wife. I'm like, baby, I need some help. Well, her first thing was that I needed some help with the deer, and she's like, I can't do that. I was like, no, I need help, not the deer. I need help. I'm weak and I'm dizzy. So she comes out here, and about minute later, you know, and asks what's going on. I says, I don't know. Well, at this point, I crawled from over here around the back of this bike, and I was leaning up against the back of this bike right now. All this here wasn't here at the time. I was leaning up against this, and I didn't know what was going on. I just had a heaviness in my chest. Breathing got kind of short, and I'm thinking, oh my God. She goes, do I need to call 911? I said, well, I don't know, but I guess it wouldn't hurt if you called them and at least check me out, make sure everything's okay. So she did. Then I said, call the neighbors, see if they can come over here and do something with this deer, because at this point, this deer is laying right here still with the gantry over it. And I'm thinking, damn, this thing needs to come inside at least, because we got coyotes out here and buzzards, and I don't want to waste a good deer. So a couple of neighbors came over and they drug it inside, brought my gantry in here and hung it up. Excuse me. That way, at least I know it was going to be safe, and it was not. It had a nice cold snap that night, and I figured it'd be all right till the next day. Well, ambulance arrived and they came in. I'm still laying over here against my bike. My blood pressure is really goofy. And I was just getting a little more and more disoriented, not sure what's going on. So they hooked me up and everything, and they decided to take me off to the hospital. Kind of a blur. Got into the hospital, and I remember speaking to the EMT guys and the paramedics all the way there, but it was still kind of a blur. It took the EMTs about 10 minutes to get out here. I live out here in the country outside of town. The 10 minutes isn't too bad. Got into the hospital, and sure enough, things went kind of goofy, and they determined I was having a full-blown heart attack, totally out of the blue. Well, they brought me in the cath lab, and come to find out I had 100% blockage. So they went in, and I got 2 wonderful stents put in place. And then come to find out I've got 2 more blockages that have to be dealt with. One's at 50% and one's at 90%. So here in a couple of weeks, I go see the cardiologist, see how we're going to go about taking care of that. But all in all, it's been a week and 2 days now since it happened. I spent 2.5 days in the hospital. Everything's doing good. I'm feeling better. All this congestion stuff's about done and over with. But I tell you, folks, especially you men out there, don't play around. When it comes to your heart, don't be stubborn. If you start getting winded for any reason unexplainable, just not feeling well, you think your heart's jumping around a little bit, get it checked out. I'm only 53 years old, and I tell you, it's scary. And I think when it really hit home, I was sitting there in that ER, and they came out with the authorization forms, basically giving them permission to do what they need to do. I'm initialing here, signing there, and say, okay, this is for the treatment we've already started, and this is what we're going to do, and this is where we're going to the cath lab. Then the one that hit home is they said, this sheet here, I need you to sign off on in case we have to crack you open. I'm like, excuse me? Like, yeah, there's a chance we might have to crack you open, but we don't know until we get there. So luckily, they didn't have to do that. I don't want to become a member of the Zipper Club just yet. I'm too young for that. So for the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be taking it super easy. I've got a few travel videos that me and my wife went on our trip here about a month or so ago. I'm still working on those. Those take time, trying to get through all that video and all the photos and everything put in place. So it's going to be similar to the last travel video I put up. I've got 3 more to do, so bear with me on that. The wife won't let me do anything right now, so I just got to chill out. So I guess editing videos is all I can do. I appreciate all of you that came out and all you subscribers. Those of you who do watch my videos, if you're not subscribed, please do. I've had a huge jump in subscriptions. I've broke 200 already, and I would love to get it up higher and higher, because the more I can get, the better content I can bring you. Everything so far is on my dime, and that's the way it's going to be for a while. Eventually, once I break 1,000 subscribers, I'll be able to start monetizing, but with the help of you and yours, get the word out and see if we can get that count up. The last I looked, I think I was about 210 subscribers. To see what we can do to help me out here. I hope to be here for many, many more years to share my experiences and my knowledge with everyone, and just in general have some fun. Who knows? I might even start doing some hunting videos at some point. Maybe come this next fall, we'll do that. Got it. My son may be coming to visit next fall, and take him out on his first hunt. So we'll go from there. I appreciate y'all. I don't know what else to say. All I can say, 9 days ago, I was knocking on death's door. It was an experience. So if you haven't already, please subscribe, like the video, help out the algorithm, get my videos out there, please. And until next time, or in the next video, you guys have a great one. Happy Thanksgiving, belated, and you guys have a wonderful Christmas. Hope to see you soon. Thank you.